Gary Dondaji, Yawan, Tenebe, Jenda, Tawata, Timber, Person, so Trajeja, Tender, Dele, Ego, Sai, Bejish, Medo, Dama, Reveling, Yede, Jambad, Sanje, Yendo, Medembo, Rogue, Namda, Kina, Shever, Sho, Edam, Guru, Renam, Matala. Neha daya me sanga je che dan so je chona shanjo bardo dan sabzu thage je je be sonam dolo ben sha sanje ro bar sho sanga je che dan so je chona shanjo bardo dan sabzu thage je be sonam Lolo Bensha Sanjay Ruber, Kyo Sanganje, Chedon Soje Chono, Sanjo Bardo Dane Sosu, Lage Jake Jebe Sonum, Lolo Bensha Sanjay Ruber. Today, this morning we are together here for the Dhamma's action. So we need to make a good motivation for that. So we think about ourselves and all other sentient beings need to be to have the freedom from the samsara, and more than that also delusions and illusions, and become a being Buddha. For that, we need to make more purify negativities, to make collection, positive knowledge. That means to make more merit. So for that, we need to learn more how to do it. If we don't have a method for that, then difficult way. Example is like a person who doesn't have to make the house. If they don't have idea of it, they don't know the architecture, they don't know how to make it. So then, even they want a beautiful house, they wish for that, but they cannot make it. Just like that, we want make free from the samsara and free from the whole negativities. But how to make that, if we don't have idea, then difficult. So that's why Buddha giving teachings 3 times turn well of Dharma Buddha did in his life. For that, for us, for the student, for the disciples. So for that, why? Because to get the method for how to get from the ordinary place to the great enlightenment place, how to go there. Those are with a deed explanation through the words. That's why I need to more teachings. So that's the purpose of that, the teaching of Buddha. So therefore, we also then we need to learn more, because we want to free from the suffering completely, and from samsara. And also more than that, illusions. The illusion is the seed of the samsara. When we got the samsara, when we got free from the samsaras, but if still a seed is there, so that's also negative mind is also continually to come. So that's why we need to cut off delusions and illusions by wisdom. That's why we need to learn more how to make wisdom with our consciousness. So that's why I think we are together here. See? The study. Because the Buddha himself says, the hearing, the three wisdoms, hearing wisdoms, and wisdom of the contemplance, wisdom of meditation. All those three very necessary. We need to have them. So from those three, first of all, the hearing wisdom is try to learn, try to get it. Very important. That's why teaching is very important. Buddha himself says, the teaching is like a turbans, like a light, just like an oil, like a lamp for to make purify the darkness. Just like that. Buddha's teaching is just like light, just like sun, to make destroy the darkness of the ignorance. So that's why I think, first of all, learning is very important. So to means to hearing wisdom is just like a light to make destroy the darkness of ignorance. So that's why I think so to need to learn first. Just only learning is no good either. Not enough. Only learning. If we understood about meaning of those environments or teachings or whatever, but if we don't to make contemplation of that, then only learning is not necessarily good, because intellectual learning doesn't make a good result of what we wanted. So where learning is not intellectual ways, practical, everything. If one word is teaching of the Buddha, or commentary is a real great commentary of the Buddha's teachings, if one word is very necessary for us. We cannot say, this I want, this I don't want it. We cannot say that. No, reject. If we do like this, very negative actions. We need it. Not same times, not necessary same times. But then another time, just like the example is, in the supermarket, there's many food, drinks. Same time, we don't want anything, we don't need it. But you cannot say, I don't want this one forever. You cannot reject. If you don't want this days, but we need tomorrow. Maybe next day, next week, I think. So, should be one day. So that means you cannot say that. So, all Buddha's teachings are very necessary for me. We need to think about it. If we think about Buddha teaching for somebody else, then not so good. We far away from the teachings. Not so good. Whatever the teachings are, for me, yes, for my to make purify negative actions or purify my ignorance, root of the all negativities, like ignorance. So think about this. So that's anyways hearing wisdom. Then we got then contemplate, try to, when we know the meaning, to think about more stable. Then when we got that one, truly without mistake meaning of the whatever subject or what is, there was subject shows meditation. Then we need to do. That's why we need steps there, not only one step, many different steps we need to go through. You see? So that's why staging, we call stage, paths, different stages. So that's why we need to go through this way. So we are now not yet on the stage of on the steps, not yet. But we are by the step. We are looking tighter, make a strong leg, and then go. See? By study. So anyways, when then you can get the wisdom of the contemplating. The Sambheshara, we say Sambheshara means Tibetan's name is Sambheshara is for hearing wisdom, and Sambheshara means the wisdom of the contemplating. Then when you know that already, without meanings we got, then do meditation. So meditation past, then go back to this other way around. Sometimes people think, do meditate first, then, or maybe I need to study, go back to the old ways. I think it's not come up, not going up, going down, I think. Because I don't know what is step. So that's not so good. So, when we do meditation, everything's, all those material things we need to have with us. See, so that's why I think we should. Now, we are by the step. More important things, purify negativities. Tremendous we have. Everybody has it. Even someone's, this lifetime, didn't do much negative actions. No killing others, no stealing from, no sexual misconduct, or telling lies, song. Even they didn't do much this lifetimes. But that's not only guarantee, because so many lives has been already. Has been already. Even monks, this lifetime they need keep the vow carefully. Therefore, we don't do much. But so many lives has been already each of the monks. The poor, long time before, wasn't monks. Not all the times taking the vows. We didn't get chance for that. Therefore, you think about hell beings when we was hell cannot killing others or doing this, that cannot do because so much suffering there. No time for those. You see, a hungry ghost just yes, tremendous we made actions, negative action, even there. Animals life we had, during the animals' life also so much we made, eating each other, hurting each other, that's what we can see, while animal life shows in television, see that really, so sorry. We did, somebody else's child we take by mouth, take, eat themselves or give to another. There's, I don't know what's the children or what's the give to them. So that's so sorry we did like that. So those kind of, whatever we made a negative action, or those are no, we need to make purified by ourselves. Somebody else not. Somebody else cannot do that. Oh, I have lost negativities, but would you like please to make a purifier for me? We cannot say that. We cannot do that. The reason is, if can do somebody else to make our negativities make away, take away by the deed, we are not to be here. We don't want everybody to be pure being, great. Even before he's become a being Buddha, that's Bodhisattva has very strong wishing for all others to become a being Buddha before himself. But it doesn't work. We need to make a negative action, made by ourselves to make purify by ourselves. So that's the way. So we should, much as we can, during this lifetime, try to make purify negativities and try to make stop the negative action much as we can for us, for ourselves. And Bodhisattva was way for that is also yes. If we make a lot of negative actions, by that result of that need to be rebirth of the lower realms. If we drop down in there, they cannot help to the others. Of course, cannot help by themselves either. So that's why I think we should think about try to make purify negativities during this lifetime. Very, very important time we are now. Really it is. Go up or down, almost in our hand. Really it is. So we have a chance now. If we want to do it, we have a chance. Because teachers, great teachers there, great teacher like His Holiness Dalai Lama, great teachers there. From our side, try to make effort for that. From the outside means teachers, teachings, everything. One lifetime become a being with us. Yeah, there is, has it. But those are not by only wishing or by says mantras only. That doesn't make, cannot make it like this. No. Try to have the bodhicitta realization of in-betweenness, wisdom. Or those are together. If we got it with us, then with that great method, high method, through the secret teachings, then yes, one lifetime. But we are difficult. But much we can. Even those are, we don't need to think about, I cannot make it. Don't need it. We can maybe try to make a wish for that. So I think it's a very important thing. So main thing, easy ways, we will not harm others, damage any, by body, speech, mind. Don't think about harm, damage others. Don't say anything, words, bad words for the others. Don't do anything negative action by bodies. Those are put in the 10. The killing, to make stop the killing, stealing, sexual misconduct, that's mostly the negative action by body. Try to make stop the telling lie, hard words, and as meaningless talk, double talk. If you don't do, that's all mostly the speech is bad action. That's if to make stop. So that's a good way. By mentally think about to harm, damage others, and the covetous. Someone has nice things, try to wish to have ourselves. Sometimes, from the family, within family, sister has nice little things, try to brother, try to get this one. Sometimes brother has nice things, try to get my sister something. Husband and wife, I don't think. No, they are. No, I don't think. So, but then the sister and brothers, I think of cousins, of course. So should not do that. Whatever they have, good things, we rejoice. Really, we rejoice. What is a nice wish for more than that to have it. Think about it. Really, it is. So loving kindness, loving kindness means whatever they have, everything, how much they have, happiness, joy, we wishing for more than that. With enemies also, really it is. Enemies. So if we do like this, we will not be having jealous. Jealous cannot come with us. Everyone's others, whatever has good things, appreciation, then jealous cannot come there. Will not be. So that's some very important things. don't think about to harm others, don't think about covetous. They're wrong opinion. Should not be. Should not be. Any kind of, His Holiness always mentioned, you don't need to go through it, but everything spiritual in this world, spiritual actions, spiritual teachings or opinions, we are respect that one, yes. Even a few days ago in San Francisco, His Holiness always he's mentioned. But like Christianity people, they go through the church nicely to praise the Buddhist people to do the different faiths, but we need to appreciate each other. Part of the spirit, useful for people. That's what His Holiness always says. Yes, in the world there are many spiritual or religious systems. Many of that's good for people. He said he really is his meaning. If only one, then if they don't like that someone, they know any other way. Chance. I think really that's practical, really. I'm really serious. That's true. So he gave me examples. If you have a very huge big restaurants, many dishes. So when you go there, whatever you like to get it, you're safe. That's very important things. If one dish you like a lot, then you can't get it. Stomach will be empty. So I don't want to eat this one. Then there are no any other ways. So that's the thing about this is really very practical. His Holiness, really. This serious, We do really respect that systems. But with the Christians stay like this. They do faith devotion. These are different ways. But respect. But they doing this is no good. Never say that. No. Because you don't want to go there. That's why you're saying this is not so good. Whatever we do. Okay, anyways. So, more important things. Try to make reject this. How much we can reject this negative actions. All those negative actions came from the negative mind. You see? Actions came from the mind. Mind. So that's mind we call delusions. Delusions. So very like delusions. What do you think delusions meaning comes? I have when you use the delusions in English, some meaning I just think about in Tibetans. Maybe you have something delusions meaning. I think what is it? No, clean, everything mixture, making like bad chemicals, is it? Take picture of the delusions, I think. That's better, I think. Very, very bad, So very little comes to the mouth, damage body, just like that kind of delusions. Really, it is not so good. Even then, we call nyamo. It's just no good. Anyways, much we can. So anyways, we compassion, loving kind to everybody. Much we can. Really it is. So that's what I do. Okay. Now I go through this text. Okay. As last I think start already. How many verses go?
This is number 5 on here.
Number 5. Okay. Number 1 is like this. This is the foundation of the knowledge, is it? Good foundation of the knowledge. That means actually beginning text started the foundation. The guru is the foundation of the knowledge. Say the great quality Guru is the foundation of the knowledge. Means you don't think by other ways. My Guru is the foundation of the knowledge for me. See, that's individually. That makes sense more. Because whatever we have knowledge through the teachings, even ordinary ways, if you don't, teachers don't teach it like ABCD, children never learn, cannot say ABCD. Nobody teach you, cannot say anything, no. Do you understand? Really? Naturally, cannot, nobody, I think. Do you know that some children without teaching says ABCD is the whole thing? I don't think so. But even if you didn't go to school, but in home, father and mother, they said that they learn from that. Even they didn't go to school, but they can say because of the father or mother or sister brothers, they said that therefore they learn from that. Without learning, never. So that's why I think that all great knowledges of the Buddha Dharma or great knowledge of the path, wisdom, everything came from our Guru. That's why our Guru is the foundation of the great knowledge of me. So don't think by general. Just general is more okay, yes. But when we think about it individually, myself, better this way. So you temple and second word. The Guru is to keep the Guru with correct ways, the correct way, not wrong ways. She turns on. When they could you to you, so you tell us all. Lapraton Babatoma, Kovachimitam, Lapratonis. They keep the Guru is correct ways. From the loveness ways, keeping Gurus by mind and by actions. There are two ways, but by mind is more important. Sampaitenses, I think from the mind, because faith is devotion, and whatever Guru giving the teachings, serious, if we can keep it, that's one. That is the great offering to the Guru. So that's what I say. So you temple on yourself. If we do like this, keeping the Guru by faith or by the actions, those are, I say, put in the. We need to learn. This is. I teach already, but just here we just outline, just like that. So you remember it's all. Ane, you think we so you remember it's all. Lopratoni bebatuma you go back in with Lopratonis to see that the Guru is the important or root of my knowledge. That's my Guru. My Guru is, yes, my is better this way. Generous Guru is the same. At the root of the Tony. Bebatuma is to make effort. Difficult comes or whatever. I talked about Malarepa did Marba keeping Maba is the Guru of the Malarepa. So very hardship the deed. Just like that. Bebatuma means many different ways. Whatever comes to make patience, keeping good, diligence, keeping good, Bepatomam means many different ways. So he tells me, Tsui means correct ways. That's now next one then. Linking ye betawi tenses. Second verse, the first line, which we had one time. Tawe tensam is tawa jet and jabra means those are to see through the lamrim. But tawa means to have the freedom, to have the freedom for to do practice dharma or to learning dharma. So that's one. Free, by free to learn dharma. Yes, by free. There's no obstacle of that. Means outside, I think that's it. But inside also still we have it. So that's one. Lenjik means that means we had so many lives already, numberless lives. Today we hear this life came from the previous. That previous all the way go that they are beginningless. We had, but here we say Lenjik Nyepita means this kind of life, 18 quality life, is the only this time we got it. Only. It's very rare. Really, it is rare. Good life. But that means good life means whatever we want to do, to make free from the suffering, pain, or happiness, and to great happiness place. If you want, wish to go, we have the chance for that. That's why good life. Good life means with the rich, and everything, many houses, many that kind of. It's not telling about that, not talk about that. Good life means the great chance for the escape from the negativities and to way to the great happiness place. We have a chance for that. That's why good life. Lenjik is from the learner's ways, how to get this life, difficult ways, by causes and by examples. Those are hazard when you think about it. By causes, because to have this kind of life, we need to have to make stop the 10 non-virtuous actions. 10 non-virtuous actions which I have talked about already. 10 non-virtuous actions to make stop. And then, also we made 10 virtuous actions to make it, and with then also good wish means in the future to have a good life for the positive ways. That's kind of wish. So positive also with the condition of what you kind of need condition of the 6 parameters means it's not real 6 parameters, but the generosity, moral conduct, and patience, diligence, meditation, also wisdom, mercy. All those are also condition for those. Those are causes of to have the good life. So we made it already before life. We made it, everyone, we made it. So that's why we have precious life, this life we got it. Result of that. So now, this time also we need to continue this kind of life to need to have for ourselves and for others. We try to make a great enlightenment. To make a great enlightenment, yes. To make great enlightenment means try to make Buddha ourselves. For ourselves means try to make Buddha for others and for ourselves. So that's it. So So that's I think so. This is a difficult way to get this kind of life by difficult way to make a cause of this life. The big one means that's the liver. I think it's too long, so you can see the through line like a ruby turtle, blunt turtle in the sea. So this kind of is in the Lamrim teaching set. So you read. And then David Insande Hindu Nyekas. Very difficult to find out because that's to say. Hindu Nyekas. Very difficult to find out. Hindu Nyeka. David Insande Hindu Nyeka. Tunchin Hishanis. Very difficult to have like this. But it's great meaning for this. This life is very great meaning. What is great meaning? Great meaning is try to make forever to make free from the suffering and the cause of sufferings, delusions. To make forever free from the suffering and the cause of suffering, delusions. We can make it, and also become arhattas. Also, you can even be Buddha for this lifetime. We can make it. So that's kind of we can do. So great meaningful. Tenchimbo means great meaningful. Hindu Nyeka Tenchi Hijani. They understood of that. Therefore, therefore, day or night, all the time, to wishing for the revelation of the delusions, the illusions. Tarva means two different kinds of. It's nirvana, free from only samsara, that's what nirvana, and the great nirvana is free from delusion and illusions. That's then Buddhahood. This Buddhahood. That's great nirvana. So Tarva means like this. Taras means like from the difficult place, escape out. That's what we call tar. Someone's tried to kill, they escaped. There's a killers cannot kill them. That means then that person's out. I think tarva. You see. Anyway, this case, when finish karma and delusions, when finish, then that's what we call tarpa. Later, you must separate taras. Delusions, right? Yeah, karma and then delusions, when finish, then that's the time. Become free from samsara. You think free from samsara means something else to go another country. It's not like that. We can make if we can make it free from this way. If we make extinguish of the karma and the delusions, that person become a arhat, the nirvana place. So does he need to go through? Maybe your apartment. If you do meditate and everything is everything's okay. When finish extinguish of the karma and the delusions, you doesn't change bodies, but you are free from samsara already. What do you think? Yeah, that's really it is. Go to nirvana means something way to flying, something like this. It's not really it is. go to Nirvana. Don't go to Buddhahood means not like flying like this. It's not. No. So our consciousness changing when finish the derivations and also karmas from the consciousness, then free everything will not begin. See, that's it. Okay? So now let's day or night, try to think about to get the essence of the life. That's what we need to think about. The essence of life is there are three different ways. To make a reject after the death, don't drop down in the lower rounds. One, a small essence of the life. Then to become free from delusions, essence of second. Then become being with the great essence of the life. So you say to the top of the that's all. Then next one, you saw your tree chubby. I think what is that? No. I think next one. I think also we got the great life. 80 quality legal life we got. But our life is just like a bubble of the water, say, because very easy to lose. You understand? Easy to lose.
Verse 3.
Huh? Yeah. Okay. You see, chubby is. Yeah. Really, it is really. So, like we think it's television or computers by by materials made. Careful, drop, break it down. Our lives more soft, more danger than that. Really, it is. When breathing out cannot in, then that's all, finish. You understand? Stop the breath. 21,000 times. I think it's normal breathing. I think like breathings like this for the day. So, if stop the breathing, that's all. Finish life. Television, all those things, metals, But ours just, that's wind. When stop them, what do we do? Cannot. So, chubby means just like a quick can be loose. That's one example. Chubby means bubble of the water. This example put to not strong enough our life. Just like that. Yeah? Comes. Bubble of the water comes then like this. Like that. This is chubby. You didn't give this. There's example like this. Some texts says that just like our lives is lightnings. You understand? Before the thunderstorm, what will come? Oh yeah, just like that. Our life is just like that. Different texts that like this, So the example is just like lightnings. Our life is. So, it's not very long. There need to be to think about the time of the death. Think about it. Try to make improve or try to make realize of the death is there no certain. When it comes, don't know. We are example, we are now here, everyone. Everybody can go out with life or not. Nobody can say yes or no. Can you? No. Today's people, laughing, party, dancing, like saying something very joyful, but tomorrow what will be, don't know. We have example lots. People going to party, think about how it is high music and dancing, everything, thinking like this to go. Then on the ways dying, cannot make to the party. Do you know that one? Yeah, we know it from society. Those are example for us. They did like this, but I'm not. We cannot say that. Because the cost of death is many, just numberless. But to hold the good life is cost of death very little. Very little. We need to think about it. So that's why I think that our life is impermanent. Within the impermanent, momentary. Not only changing. Momentary changing, yes, but the death is not certain. Certainty is not certainty. So when come, doesn't know. So you must understanding of the death. Then after the death, when we think about death, after the death we think, oh, go away something nice place, not follow the karma. If we believe like this, then no die. It means no frightened for the dead, no frightened. Oh, I'm coming back. I'm old now. Dying is okay. Maybe coming back, baby, nicely, come up, grow up, and have fun. Everything. Think about this. There's no frightened for the dying. If you don't know the big round of after the death, what will be happened if you don't know, then no frightened for the death. It's not like that. After the death, now we have so many friends, good food, good drink, everything, everything we have necessary things. But after the death, then there are no only me, nobody cannot, friends cannot come, parents cannot come, nobody. Only that time's loneliness, yes. People with human beings, place with life. It's not loneliness, really it is. It's even no one there, relatives, no one there, only he or herself. It's not lonely. There are many people could see. Look at Ram. It's not lonely, really. But then, after the death, then there's nothing. Everything is upside down. Thinking is very frightening things. If we made negative actions, we see, seeing the sort of thinking, seeing is very frightening thing to see. Hearing is very, very suitable words to frighten. You see? That's kind of, then only nobody there. If we do good practice, then that is the good karma. Good karma is always good or bad karma comes with us. When we die, during the lifetime which we made good things, comes with our consciousness. That's the one that helps after the death. Which we made negative actions, those also come. Both come with our consciousness. So if we do positive action lots, then they do. Like for example, nicely is a meditation of the Buddha, and also always to make what I call use habit visualization. like Tibetans with His Holiness always in our mind. You think about this. If you can serious, if you do like this, time of death comes. Yeah, there's those. Yeah, Buddha also. What do you think about? Taking refuge, Buddha Dharma Sangha, always take refuge. Then time of death comes. Then not only those are great our friends, which we did positive action. Oh, those are great friends of us. When we need it, they show up. See? During the human beings' place, great friend we have, yes. Trust each other, everything, but when we need that time, cannot show up. Cannot come. No hearing, no seeing, nothing. But positive ways. Like three precious jewels. If we take a refuge, think about all those, then when needed, then yes, those are sure come up, help. So that's why I think he will just leave the tremendous. After the death, all those whatever we made, bad or bad karma or good karma, all those are comes with us. The example is when your body goes, shadow of the body comes with you. That is the example. And whatever you made, good or bad karma, those are comes with you. During the lifetime or death or whatever. The lives also. Until we cut off the karma, until that always comes. Just like why body goes, shadow of the body comes with them, just like that. So also there's I think it's a karma, or good or bad karmas. As a result of karma, or those comes to you, to me. That's try to make a proof. That means try to make sure to realization of that. Then when believer trust very strong karma, then then so that's a thoughts of the actions. Actions means action of karma, action of the delusions. Try to turn the bond, try to make abandon or give up much we can. Try to turn it, even as roughly or the subtle, or those are try to make much we can give up. You see, abandon from that. Negative side, try to make abandon and destroy it, try to make extinguish. But if you can do like this, then positive side, try to very diligence, by diligence, try to make collection of the good karma or good merit. What must you do? That's what I'm saying. That's part of the machine. Now next one, number 5, is it? Yes. Ready. Shepe mongo donga kunjugo. Shepe mongo donga kunjugo. Yite mero shepe pencil. Whatever, like a shepe pencil means, we think good things, good things, like richness. Everything is perfect, excellent, good home, good food, good clothes, everything, and a good friend. Whatever we have, those are, whatever we have, there's no enough, no satisfaction of that. Do you? No. If you have one cloth, one dress, this is not good. Maybe the color is not right, or something like that. Another one. then another one, no? Maybe there's this kind of, anyway, this, you know that anyways. Sometimes male or women both ways, so many shoes, you know. Those kind of. So, I think one truth, enough, really. No meaning, what do we do? So, no satisfaction of that, no. So that's why I think whatever we have necessary things, the friends, everything, there are no satisfaction. Maybe this is okay, but maybe better than this, I want it. That's why I think so many changing friendships, I think, not so good. Really. Really. Everything is, whatever you have, nicely, whatever you have, that's satisfaction of that. That's right. You see? Sometimes I think Buddha's times, who is poor, who is richest, so who is poor. I think maybe satisfaction, who has that, even beggar satisfaction, that is a ritual. You know, whatever has it, that's enough. Satisfaction of that, who has that, that is the ritual. Millions of dollars, a house, many houses, you know, and also whatever riches from the world, but if he or she doesn't have satisfaction, that's really poor. And this poor means they have it, but they are no satisfaction. No happy. See, even that's need more than that. They think they more than that. They want it. So, let's say, Sivi Pensola. Okay, wait a minute. Now, CP Pensola, Yemirin, yes. Yemirin, some of them, he was show us in Jealousy, don't they? Shaving don't have going to ghost. Whatever we have, those are actually like a object of the desire, object of the negative mind. Those are door for to get the suffering, like open the door for the suffering or problems, really. You see, that's what I say, like a Shepe Mengo Donghe Kun goes. Donghe Kun means I think the plural. So there's different kind of dunghis, you know. You know, 3 different kind of dunghis. Dunghis, suffering of suffering, the subtle suffering, changing sufferings. Or those are. Although we had those, like, you know, we have like a CP pencil is like a form, sound, smell, taste, touch. All those are. We are attached to those. Those are the door for the sufferings, different kinds of sufferings. Suffering came through the death, through those delusions. You understand? The delusions are that's good door for the suffering. I think yes. So we not open the door for suffering. Try to make close down. That means delusions are just like a door for suffering, because delusion is the cause of the suffering. So that door for okay, it's very good example. Lama Tsongkhapa did. See? Those are good. There's no trust. Whatever, even you have riches in this lifetime, riches from the world is bad. Maybe next life you will be beggar. What is thing? So sorry. That's the samsara. Really is can be this lifetime queen of kings, but next time servant of the king's queen can be. There's no such thing. See? Yetim Maroon said there's no trust, cannot trust him for this the samsara objects, actually samsara objects, form, form, different kind of forms, different kind of sounds. We are attached to sound, attached to form, Then through that ways we can get lots of sufferings, attached to the sound, the smell, Alright. Yeah, I don't need to say you can. All those are through those. Those are you need to thoughts of those. Don't think about knowledge or great quality of those. You don't think about. Try to make a thoughts of those samsara objects. See, that's one. That's what I say. True. Really. It's this. Okay. Yimirin the yimirik means you have to have thoughts of that. By that, try to make the renunciation. You can get it. Renunciation, renounce from them, renounce. If we don't have renounce from the samsara, difficult to get the freedom. We try to renounce from the samsara, means this ordinary life, yes. Renounce, and to wishing for to have the great enlightenment or great freedom. The renunciation, by renunciations, then to think about, to get the wishing for, to get more than wishing, very strong with diligence, wishing with diligence, to get the thing about to make free from the all those, from samsara, and also from the delusions and illusion, both ways. You mean we have a wish to have it, but we don't have a great wish, because really we losing. We wish, yes, I want to be free from samsara or become a being Buddhas, but not only that's why, really I want it. Chambers. Means, I think means to desire. It's not really desire. It's to think about, to have it. So I think then next one you done there. Now the somebody is. Now the somebody tend to hear by him. Now that somebody means then with the renunciations, renunciation. In this case, any renunciation by that one, then there's to wishing for become a free from the free from the samsara. Then with them, then train that he by chamber is tremble than he is. Like a the ten he means this the antidote of the antidote of the what does it say there?
This is verse 6 that Geshe is making reference to. Inspired by this immaculate determination, with mindfulness, alertness, and great conscientiousness, bless me to pursue the Praktimoksha vows.
Oh yeah, wait a minute. Okay, wait. So, tremble means concentration. Heyin means actually heyin means when you think about this, like when you do meditation, then exciting mind comes or not to checking by the right mind. That's what we call heyin. Means antidote of the exciting mind. Yeah, excitement. And the tremble is the antidote of the I'm doing this. The actually is Xingwa means Xingwa the Gurpa. Xingwa means what is it? Xingwa. What is it there?
It says mindfulness, alertness, and great conscientiousness.
Oh yeah, great conscientiousness comes later. Yeah, and it's like when you do meditation, no clear, no clear.
Laxity.
Laxity. Yeah? Sleeping, yeah, like that. Yes, more sleeping or close to sleeping. That's the antidote of that mind. See, by this too. And also then what say?
Mindfulness, alertness, and great conscientiousness.
Yeah, great conscientiousness. By that, then to do the Tenpe Tsawa means the root of the Buddha Dharma. The Sotar means, I think in this case, like a bow of the say monks. Or bow of the monks, but moksha. Or actually, this is then by that the like normally I do remember as me it's like a Vinaya and the morality, and also concentration, and meditation. All those are general. I think me individually it says the Patimoksha means the Susarthapa means the vows of all those monks, but all those three great vehicles. That's three great vehicles means like morality, concentration, and meditation. All those by those. Means what it says to do the
root of teaching as my core practice.
Accomplishment. Essence to make a practice, or I'm saying what it said there.
Core practice.
Oh yeah, the blessing of that. So say. Now next one.
Verse 7.
Yeah.
Just as I have.
Over there, you have here.
Just 5. I'm sorry.
Huh?
Just number 5 is up there.
Okay. This number 5 already. See.
Would you like to read? You just did 6, and now it's 7.
Those are how to make escape from the samsara and become your self free from the samsara, and that's how to get the freedom place. And then individually, Rani Sinsul Honga Chigido Majundoa, Shanju Senko Jabra Shingelos. Then this is the next one like this. When you have, whatever you have, difficulty in the samsara, drop down in the samsara, means the ocean of the samsara. What kind of you have difficult? That's the example. Or think about that yourself, and then empty thought for the others. All mother's thinking is also same like you. Very much suffering, difficult in the oceans of samsara. Falling down on ocean of the samsara, just like you. So that's a tone is to see that. Lord will they try to make an effort, or yourself. Think about to take the response. All sentient beings to be free from to try to get the oceans of samsara, oceans of samsara. Means try to make a generate both citta with you, because you have difficult. Just like the all mother sentient beings, also just like you, great suffering in the oceans of samsara. So when you see that, you think, I myself become a being Buddha. That's what I think about. Try to get the safe all other sentient beings. Everyone, friends, enemies, strangers, everyone try to make a safe, or try to make free from the oceans of sufferings. So that's what we think about. That's what we call bodhicitta. Take care of the others. So example you, when we think about, if we are in the oceans of samsara, how it is difficult, we need to know that. We know through the teachings. So just like which I have difficult in the oceans of samsara, just like the all mother sentient beings also, same ways. So I need help. I want to help. I want to make all other sentient beings free from the suffering of the oceans of, all the mother sentient beings, ocean of samsara. So think about that. That is in general bodhicitta. Because you take care of other sentient beings, or you take a responsibility of the other sentient beings to make it free from the sufferings and the cause of sufferings. So that's what that's what we call bodhicitta. When we are now, we think about this, we are not bodhicitta, not yet. When we got bodhicitta, real bodhicitta, when we got it, then just like, we should be. Like, everyone is just like being my mother. When we see, everyone see, being my mother. There are no different classes. There are no strangers. There are no enemies. Everything just like this lifetime is my mother. Right away is kindness of mother. Everything. So when we got bodhicitta, then first step of the Mahayana Bodhisattva step, first step, when we got bodhicitta, first step. Very great one, really. If we think about this, if we 1 minute or 1 second, great result, because we think about taking responsibility of all sentient beings. Really, it's not self only. Then, when we got bodhicitta, self-charity mind will not be with us. Extinguish of the self-charity mind from us will not, because always charity for the others, day or night, all the time. charity for the others. So that's kind of the great Bodhisattvas get praise. I think I want to live here today. So time is already. So that's it. Some pass away, some sick. Any what is his first? Who said?
Is Noreen Clemens, Rebecca's mother.
Oh, Rebecca's mother. She's sick, is it? Okay. Then. Oh, there. What? Then also one Mongolian man is also so very much sick. Also then and France's mother also very much sick. Or sickness people, many of them. Then next one.
Ross Brooke, this is his 1-year anniversary.
Dead. Oh, dead. Okay, that's one. Then also Richard Kunz, and I think it's brother-in-law. Richard also passed away, and one Mongolians also all men passed away. All those are lots of the passed away, lot of the very much sick. So we wishing for all those sickness people becoming to be well, and also those dying dead people to have a good rebirth. Think about this, and also we do just a few minutes says Om Pemi, we are together to think about the visualization of Avalokiteshvaras, or wish for those things or with them. Shadon Golu Javijaboton, Shilabazon Beson, you don't walk on la conduct. Somebody is a lot of chance alone, man, baby, man, baby, Now we do the dedication. Whatever we did, this positive action, by this result of that, with the Dharma and any other spiritual teachings, to remain with the beings long time. His Holiness Dalai Lama and any other spiritual masters to have the long life, and also practitioners to have the accomplishment of practice without obstacles. In this country and in other countries, there will not be happened disease and sickness of disease, and also then starvation and fighting, war, those will not be happened, and everything good fortunes coming true in this world. And also we wishing for all sentient beings free from delusions and illusions, and become a being with the by which we did action of Dharma, we are together. Shanchu Senju Ramboche Maje Bana Jejuraje Shaba Nyamba Mebawata Kone Kondo Pewer Sho Tony Tawa Ramboche Maje Bana Jejuraje Shaba Nyamba Mebawata Kone Kondo Pewer Sho Kara Rave Korve Chinkamatar Penda Dewa Malu Jumene Shere Zonga Tenze Jazo Ye Shabe Sende Bado Tenjur Ki Sa Ye Beje Shoy Meto Chama Ravalin Ye De Jamba Ande Sanye Yendo Mede Ambu Ye Rokuyana Vakin La Shabar Sho Edam Guru Rena Medalak Niyadaya Me. Honest.